ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा आंगिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववाग्मयम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादि तं नुमः सात्विकं शिवं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।
Thank you, Dhruti. Excellent chanting. With that, children, I request Aditi, you can chant this mantra also with Ananya and the subsequent mantra, and then your Republic Day mantra.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hari Om. ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा। ॐ गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। So this is called Priyam Bharatam, and we will try to chant it. Prakritya suramyam vishalam akaman saritaraharay kaman himanti Vade chaiva sindhu priyam bharatam tat sada darshaniyam dhananam nidhanam dharayam pradhanam idam bharatam devanukena tulyam yasho yasya shubram विदेशेषु गीतं प्रियं भारतं तत् सदा पूजनीयम् अनेके प्रदेशा अनेके च वेशा अनेका परैयत्र सर्वे वयं भारतीया प्रियं भारतं तत् सदा रक्षणीयम् सुधीराजनायत्र युद्धेषु वीरा शरीरार्पणेनापि रक्षन्ति देशम् स्वधर्मानुरक्ता सुशीलाश्च नार्यः प्रियं भारतं तत् सदा श्लाघनीयम् वयं भारतीया स्वभूमिं नमामः परं धर्ममेकं सदा मानयामः यदर्थं धनं जीवनं चार्पयामः प्रियं भारतं तत् सदा वन्दनीयम् प्रियं भारतं तत् सदा Vandaniya. Hari Om. Happy Republic Day.
Happy Republic Day to both of you and all of you. And very nice to see Ananya, the youngest of all our participants. Thank you, Ananya, and thank you, Aditi. Excellent.
Thank
All
you.
of us clap for Ananya, Aditi.
Thank
And
you.
in this, you can see Sarvada Darshaniyam, Sada Pujaniyam, Sada Rakshaniyam, Sada Vandaniyam. Means our country, India, we should always keep in our mind. We should do puja to this motherland. We should collectively Rakshaniyam, protect her from any evil or enemies, and always do Vandanam. Always do namaskara or pranam and pay our respect to our country. A very beautiful message from this shloka. Maybe one day we can go in elaborate details of this shloka. Thank you for introducing us this shloka, Aditi.
Thank
So, with that, we go to Vasant Panchami, a presentation by Swastik.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, everyone. So today I will be talking about Vasant Panchami. So first of all, Vasant Panchami, by the name you can say, is celebrated on the day of the bright half of the Hindu solar calendar month of Magha, which typically falls in late January or February. The Vasant Utsava or Panchami is celebrated 40 days before spring because any season's transition period is 40 days, and after that the season comes into full bloom. The festival is actually celebrated in Indian religions in different ways depending on the region. The festival is particularly observed by Hindus in the Indian subcontinent, notably India and Nepal. Sikhs also do this. In southern states, unlike the northern states, there is also some history behind this. It is called Sri Panchami. In Andhra Pradesh, this is the main day for them. Mainly in Andhra Pradesh we find this. And in Sri Panchami, Sri refers to her as in another aspect, which is Devi. So next slide. Traditionally in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Uttar Pradesh, after bathing in the morning, people worship Shiva and Parvati. Offerings of mango flowers and the ears of wheat are traditionally made. On the island of Bali and the Hindus of Indonesia, it is known as Hari Raya Saraswati or the Great Day of Saraswati. Vasant Panchami, also called Saraswati Puja, in honor of the Hindu goddess Saraswati, is a festival that marks the preparation for the arrival of spring. Vasant Panchami is a festival dedicated to the goddess Saraswati, who is the goddess of knowledge, language, music, and all arts. She symbolizes creative energy and power in all its forms, including longing and love. The season and festival also celebrate the agricultural feats ripening with yellow flowers of mustard crop, which Hindus associate with Saraswati's favorite color. People dressed in yellow saris or shirts or accessories share yellow-colored snacks and sweets. Some add saffron to the rice and then eat yellow cooked rice as part of an elaborate feast. Many families mark this day by sitting with babies and young children, encouraging their children to write the first words with their fingers, and some study or create music together. Many educational institutions arrange special prayers or pujas in the morning to seek the blessing of the goddess. Poetic and musical gatherings are held in some communities in reverence for Saraswati. Madana Panchami. There is another legend behind Vasanta Panchami, and this is based on the Hindu god of desires called Kama. Now, Kama is actually Pradyumna, who is Kamadev personified in Krishna's book. Thus, Vasant Panchami is also called Madana Panchami. Pradyumna is the son of Rukmini and Krishna. He awakens the passions of the earth and thus the world blooms anew. It is remembered as the day when the seers approached Kama to wake up Shiva from his yogic meditation. They actually supported Parvati during this time, who in the form of Brahmacharini was trying to win over Shiva. But he did not sustain to these and stuck to his meditation. So Kama shoots him. So Kama agrees and starts shooting Shiva with his arrows, and in order to make him pay attention to Parvati. But when Shiva awakens, his third eye or Trilok opens, directs a fireball and destroys Kama. Kama, the lord of desires, is burnt to ashes. This initiative is also celebrated by Hindus in Vasant Panchami. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Excellent.
Hari Om.
Very nice story. And the important message is that Vasant Panchami. And also, if you see in the 10th chapter, if you remember, do you remember, children, 10th chapter, the name of 10th chapter we have done?
Vibhuti Yoga.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Vibhuti Yoga. I was thinking that in my mind.
And then Vishnu, what are the seasons in which Krishna says, I am that season in all the seasons?
Spring.
Correct. Why does it say? It's because of this, that season of spring is growth. And what growth we are talking here is not the desires growth, not the external desires. It is the internal growth that we understand. We have to leave our ahamkara, the ego, which we gather from the small child. As we grow, we become adult and we grow old. That ahamkara, we should just take it away and let us grow internally. As every Srushti is growing in front of you in the Vasant period, we also should grow internally with the help and blessings of Lord Shiva, because he only destroyed, or he completely vanished Kama, the desire god. So this is the message, important message. Thank you once again, Swastik. And we will now move to the chapter 14th. Last class, we have seen excellently all the 5 kids are collectively presented this small summary of the chapter 17th. I would also request to be attentive in this chapter, because it's a very important chapter, and in the end I would love all the different 5 kids take it as summary and present us to in the end. So we are in the, which Shatakam do you feel we are in if you are doing the 14th chapter?
14. I mean, Charan Shatakam.
That is the last 6. And we learn values in the last 6 chapter. That is, what is that values? Also called as, what does it give us? We get very close to God. Asi.
Asi.
Okay, that is means Asi. And what is learned in the first 6 chapter? About whom you learn? Yes, Arjuna's behaviors or human behaviors. Tvam means us. And what is learned in the next set of 6 chapters from 7 to 12?
Tat.
Correct. Tat means what? God. Because God. Tell me how many chapters we have done in this 6 chapters? Tat, knowing God.
We've done 10th chapter,
10th chapter,
9th
sir, 12th chapter.
12th chapter, 3.
3 chapters we have done in the Tat. 9th was Rajya Vidya, Rajya Guhya Vidya. Means what is the knowledge which God gives us and how secret it is and how important it is. 10th we have seen the lot of vibhutis of Lord. 72 vibhutis to be specific.
Krishna is among all animals is the lion, like that.
Yeah, correct. And in the 12th chapter we have seen bhakti. So many forms of bhakti. Correct? So
that's why it's called Bhakti Yoga.
Yes, with that we come to today's chapter, which talks about gunas. Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. Like that, do you know some chapter named Traya?
It is Shraddha Traya.
Exactly. Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga, we just did it in last class.
70 chapters, sir.
Correct. Now we are going to have one more chapter like this, Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. But what is gunas? Guna means our nature.
So
Or
we
our,
learned before somewhere guna.
yeah, we have done 3 guna. We have done it. Tamasic, Rajasic,
Sattvic and Rajasic.
Okay, so good. Yeah, so these gunas are basically 2 types. Sahaguna and Nirguna means something which has attributes and something which doesn't have attribute at all. In 15th chapter, do you remember? Attributes of Brahman. You all have done so many times. Brahman has
So the attributes of Brahman.
you have done it, right? But
He
actually,
is formless. He is not bound by time. No, like he is not bound by
no
like the
form,
dimensions.
no shape,
No
no
shape.
He
extent.
takes no form. He takes no shape. He is everywhere.
So basically,
He is space.
He-
Everything.
he is attributeless. You cannot define Brahman in one way because Brahman is the substratum. This is what is going to be told in this chapter. So remember this Saguna and Nirguna, 2 gunas are there. We are mixture of both. How can you tell we are mixture? We'll come to see how it is in the chapters. Before that, I would like to tell you a beautiful story. I know you all know, but for the very little ones who have not anytime heard this story, please listen carefully. A woodcutter, very hard working, was cutting the wood from a tree. Unfortunately, the axe slipped from his hand and fell down into a river. Now he was very worried what to do. How do I get my livelihood? If I don't cut trees, if I don't sell the wood, I don't get any money. How will I feed my poor children? And he was very worried. He sat there in the bank of the river and meditated on goddess Saraswati. So after some time, goddess appeared in front of him and asked, "What do you want, my child?" He says, "I just want my axe back." So she goes down and just get one silver axe first. And then she says, "Take your axe and do your work." But he is a very good nature. He's a Saguna. He's a good natured person. So he says, "This is not my axe." Then she goes back. She gets after silver, she gets a golden axe. Now again he says, "It is not my axe. My axe was very simple." So finally she brings the axe, which is his axe. And goddess gets very happy on his nature because he is a sattvic person. So she gives all the 3 axes to him as a gift and he goes back to his work. Now tell me, children, is this personality good or bad?
Good, sir.
Good.
Very good.
Good, sir.
Sir,
Very
it
good.
takes a great way.
Good, sir.
Yeah. So he's hardworking, he's truthful, and he's not greedy at all, right? But now just imagine a Rajasic personality in this place. What would he do? Tell me.
Sir, if he was tamasic, he would have.
No. First Rajasic. First,
Rajasic, he would have tell that golden axe was him.
Sir, he would have immediately taken the golden axe.
fantastic. So you are understanding what are the personalities. And then he will go with that axe. He will make a big mansion. He will start a business totally different from cutting woods. Because he doesn't want to do many hard work. He wants to go on progressing in material world. That is Rajasic personality. Now, but what is Tamasic? One of you answer.
Sir, he will dive into the river. He won't even care to ask.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he might first of all be very lazy personality. Who will go and cut the wood? It will be very happy if the wood is
He will not at all cut the wood.
exactly. So he doesn't stand a chance to meet God because he himself is lazy. Why to get up in the morning? Let us lie down. It is holiday. Every day is a holiday for this tamasic personality. So children, all of us are having some kind of tamasic, rajasic and sattvic personality in us already. It is a mixture. Now, all this personality our lower nature, our human or animal or any being. What is higher nature? That is only one, God. It is also called as consciousness. Just remember this word. It is very difficult, maybe long word.
Atma.
Atma, correct. Someone was saying something more?
No one, sir.
Okay. So original consciousness is Brahman or Atma. For us, keep it as God. Then what is the lower nature and how it is formed? Yes, you should consider this is formed none other than by God only. Just like bangle, gold bangle is formed from gold. It may be gold, any other ornament. It may be a earring, a finger ring, bracelet, all is from gold. So similarly, myself, Narayani, Aditi, Nayana, all are different personalities. But the main nature is higher nature is original consciousness. Or we can term it as borrowed consciousness. Our body, our mind through which we work is borrowed from whom? From God. We'll get an example of this. Are you all with me till now? You're understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
with, with the example, it will be more clear. Now we use this heat example. See, we have, how do we boil a water? I think every one of you know.
Yes, sir.
If you just
Yes,
keep
sir.
it
Yes, sir.
on the gas and forget to on the heat, will it get boiled?
No, sir.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
sir.
So you have to ignite the gas.
Yes.
This heat, which is intrinsic to this gas or the stove, is transmitted to the bowl, which in turn gets water which is heated inside it. As soon as it
Sir,
heats,
and then it makes the water vapor.
exactly. So
Yes,
it
sir.
is transmitted heat or borrowed heat from the gas or these whatever you can say, the fire. Same example is of light. Which one of this is borrowed light and original light? Sun is on the right side.
So the moon is the borrowed light, the sun is the original
Borrowed
light.
light.
The sun is the original light and the
borrowed
Sir, sun is the
So all of us,
borrowed light. Light from sun. sir.
all of us agree there is something called as original and
Yes,
something called as borrowed. Same way, children, God or Brahman is one. And he actually is the original consciousness or original light or original heat or sentiency. And anything else than him, anything, I'm talking here earth, in which we are all there. Human beings, animals, plants, vegetation,
Sir, we are borrowed.
all are borrowed. You agree to it?
Yes, sir.
Sir, even the gods are just specific aspects of Brahman.
Exactly. So we'll come to that. But now you understand these two things. These two are original and borrowed. So we are all having borrowed consciousness.
Yes.
So now we have two concepts. That which is original has no attributes. You cannot attribute God into one form. We have given different names to the God like Shiva, Parvati, Hanumana, but it is also borrowed. Just like a moon is borrowing light from sun. So, but the real God or real Brahman, Atma, consciousness has no attributes. Means we have learned in 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga, it is not this, it is not that. So we negate it. But borrowed personality like us has guna. I am so much feet height. My color is whatever. I have specs. My name is Sachin. All these are attributes. But God, the original consciousness, doesn't have any attributes. So these two concepts are clear now. Okay? So we are made up of different gunas, as we saw, Satvik, Rajasic, Tamasic. And we basically are body and inside mind and outside world. So we can give this name as BMW. What is stands for BMW? You can correlate with something else.
body, mind, world.
Body, mind, world.
And also, you know, body, mind, world changes accordingly. Also remember BMW short form for a car, isn't it?
Sir.
So,
Bavarian Motor Works.
exactly. So this body of yours, now Satvik, where you, whatever height, what is your height now?
Of 5'4".
when you were born, what was your height?
Sir, about a foot.
It was only maybe half of it, right?
Yes.
For all of
Sir,
you the
as
same.
tall as my leg.
So
Not
if,
even as tall as my leg, as tall as my knee to my foot.
I was
Exactly.
1.5.
Exactly. And the amount of intelligence you have got now, was it the same when you were a child? Changes.
No, sir.
It's changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Sir, so it's never at one singular point. It keeps changing.
exactly.
Sir,
Exactly.
when we grow, we also change.
Exactly. And such body, mind, and world. Now, in 19, you were whatever you people are born in 2005, 7, or 10. That time, do you think the mobiles were same or
No,
the
sir.
internet was same? It is
No,
also
sir.
it is way
Not
Sir,
better.
we evolved.
Not at all. There was no phone.
exactly.
No
So
telephone.
and
There was bird.
yeah,
Sir, 2005, to write letters and send.
yes,
Sir, 2005, 7 and 10. At that time, pigeons used to be messengers. Sir. The bird
Correct.
would take the letters.
correct,
Sir,
correct.
sir, in 2005, 7 and 10, there were mobiles.
Correct, but they were not so good. Now it can be see, this world can be modified. Our body,
sir.
mind, and world can be modified, and it can be modified for the better or worse, right? Like atom bomb can be made from this body, mind, and world. A scientist has a body and mind and uses this world things for making atom bomb. It can be used for nuclear energy, that is better thing, and worse is to kill people or the different countries. They destroy the land.
Sir,
So-
the destruction of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
So children, remember, two things we have understood, that is lower nature, which is our body, mind, and world, which we interact with this. Higher nature, if you want to know, I will explain in the next slides. With this understanding, we start today's class with first verse by Anvit. Ma'am is there? Just let me see.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Hari Om. Hari Om. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमं यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे परां सिद्धिमितो गताः श्रीभगवानुवाच
परं श्रीभगवानुवाच
परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि
परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि
यकार should come. परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि
परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि
ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमम्
ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमम्
ज्ञानमुत्तमम् ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमम्
ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमम्
ज्ञानम् उत्तमम्. Okay,
ज्ञानमुत्तमम्
very good. यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे
यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे
परां सिद्धिमितो गताः
परां सिद्धिमितो गताः.
There is no break after siddhi. Okay, param siddhimito gataha.
परां सिद्धिमितो गताः.
Very good. So now let us all chant. Shri Bhagawanuvacha param bhuyah pravakshami
परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि
ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमम् यज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे param siddhimito gataha.
Param siddhimito gataha. Anvit, go ahead.
Material nature binds the living entity. Lord Krishna is glorifying the knowledge by getting the knowledge. He told many saints attained the topmost perfection. They, like them, he glorifies and person gets liberation. Thank you.
Good try. Very nice. So, why there are two important things which is explained in this verse. That is param, uttamam. Param refers to the knowledge other than the material knowledge. See, children, we have to study first standard, second standard till 10th. Then 11th, 12th, you decide whether you have to go to medical or engineering or some other branch. Then you get certificates, you apply for jobs, or you become CEO, CFO, whatever it is. But this is outside the worldly knowledge, and you get worldly benefit out of it. So param here means other than any material knowledge, it is internal knowledge. That knowledge which is Rajya Guhya Rajya Vidya, in 9th chapter we have seen. It is the highest knowledge anyone can attain in this lifetime. And once you attain, what is the phalam? Uttamam. Means the benefit which is again not from the worldly, like your bank balance or your car, house, or whatever that property you have. But it is the ultimate freedom, what it is called? Moksha. So these two words, param, uttamam, you will be getting through this chapter. And what do we mean by muni? Have you heard this word muni anywhere?
Sir, Muni Rishi.
Saint. Exactly. Muni means saint. Munir or Muni. And this, you don't have to be Muni by only growing beard or wearing the robes. Children, just by attending the classes, following the discipline and regularly practicing it, you all are going to become Muni. What is Muni? Muni is none other than a scholar who knows all things, but he uses his knowledge when it is required.
Sir, he's a learned Pandit or something.
Exactly. One who learns with silence. He doesn't show off his knowledge. Whatever he knows, he used to internalize himself, to go inwards. Okay, that is Muni. So with that, we go to the second verse. And what does Krishna? He's glorifying this knowledge of how to liberate yourself, get moksha in the first two verses. Nayana, over to you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Idam gnanamupashritya mama sadharmyamagataha sarge pinopajayante pralayena vyathanti cha. Idam gnanamupashritya mama sadharmyamagataha sarge pinopajayante pralayena vyathanti cha. Very good. So let us all together chant this. Idam gnanamupashritya
Idam
Gnanamupashritya
mama sadharmyamagataha
mama sadharmyamagataha
sarge pinopajayante प्रलयेन व्यथन्ति च
Thank you, ma'am. Nayana?
Hari Om. Idam, this. Jnana, wisdom. Upashritya, take refuge in mama, mind. Sadharmyam, of similar nature. Agataha, having attained. Sarge, are at the time of creation. Api, even, na, not. Upad,
Upashritya or Upajayante.
Upajayante are born. Pralaye, at the time of dissolution. Navyatanti, they will not experience misery. Cha, and those who take refuge in this wisdom will be united with me. They will not be reborn in the time of creation nor destroyed at the time of dissolution.
Thank you. So, I think Pragna has prepared nicely for this verse. Why don't we listen to her? Pragna, you are ready to explain the second verse also?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Through the above verse, Sri Krishna stresses on attaining the knowledge that liberates from the fear of Janana, birth, and Marana, death. To be more precise, liberate ourselves from a creation and destruction cycle. This can be better explained to the example of Dhritarashtra and Gandhari. The couple, despite knowing the adharma that was being inflicted by their sons, the Kauravas, on the Pandavas, they could not raise their voice against them. The reason might have been to see their sons ascending the throne. In spite of Veda Vyasa warning them against the disaster awaiting them, they did not heed as per it, as they were so blind in love for their children that they were reluctant to attain the wisdom that could have freed them from this moha or maya they had on their sons. To apply this logic to our daily life, let us consider an example of a person selected for a hero role in movie. Example, at like a famous show, this will take it as Superman. Though they might be very, so the person who played the character of Superman, when he got the role, he might be so happy that he got a job in such like a successful movie. But then later on with time, after the movie progresses and after the sequels come out, with time they worry about preserving the role throughout the movie. They might think that in the next part, the director will choose to kill them or remove them from the show itself. Both the director and the actor have two visions. The actor wants to preserve the roles, and the director is concerned with taking the story forward. Similar to this actor, we too play roles in our day-to-day lives. Some roles may bring joy to us, such as a promotion, marriage, and some others may bring sadness or anger, such as death or a loss in business. Here, Sri Krishna says that with the attainment of supreme knowledge, we begin to associate ourselves with Ishvara or Shiva. Through this, our ignorance will be removed, and we begin to identify things from Ishvara's perspective and stop identifying the ups and downs experienced by our bodies. This enables the actor, as in the situation arc, to have the same vision as the director or Ishwar. This was my attempt on explaining the verse to you. I hope you could understand it quite easily to the examples I gave. Thank you, Sachin sir, for giving the opportunity.
Excellent. Very good examples of your own. And this makes it simplified, right? That the director and the actor who first constructs a movie or a play, then later on, when they want to continue it, you can't continue. Then they destroy that entire thing, and that is very painful. So children, if you know, whenever there is a cycle of birth and rebirth, we are going to feel the pain and pleasure both. So God is saying to this chapter or this understanding of Gunatita, go beyond the three gunas, Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic, and then you won't be able to be entangled in this cycle of birth and rebirth. So now, what is Sadharmyam means in this verse? It means who have equanimity. The people who have this knowledge are Sadharmayam. They will have equanimity. They won't think about the future, nor they think about the past. They are in the present. They have a balanced thought, and that's why they have a balanced action. And they won't be affected by any external forces or anything what is happening in the world. Even it is good or bad, they will take it similarly without differentiating within that good or bad. And they travel with their BMW. Now, BMW, I told you, body, mind, and world. But we also know there are some BMW that can be foolproof. Nothing can hit them, nothing can go pierce them. So they are so equanimous, they are good, they're strong. And this knowledge makes our body, mind, and the world which we interact very strong. So this is what is Sadharmayam. These people, what do you think? They'll be always happy. They'll be free in this world. They will enjoy what they will do. And such personalities are also called as Jivan Mukta. So this word is important. Remember it. Anytime you see people who are happy, they live in the present, they attract a lot of goodness, kindness around them. These people are called Jivan Mukta. Means what? They're liberated, they're free, they don't require moksha to get after death. They have moksha, they've understood the knowledge, and they are Jivan Mukta here and now. And that's why they do their duties without any struggle, and the world around them is just a play. Just like our Swamiji, anytime you have a chance to meet him in Chennai or when he comes to Bangalore, please meet him. Whatever I said about a Jivan Mukta, you will see in him. Swami Paramarthananda ji is a living example of what is Sadharmayam, equanimity. He will greet every one of you in the same way. He will spend every minute, second, every moment he will be happy. And that's what we all try to strive for. One more word here is Shrishti and Pralayam. We have seen this and we have heard a lot of times cycle of birth and rebirth. So we all know God is the only Shrishti Karta and he is only the destroyer. You know that Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh story. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the sustainer, and Shiva is the destroyer. So there is always a cyclical pattern. We have done this in Vibhuti Yoga. I think if I'm not wrong, we saw how there is so many manmantras, Chatur Yugas. We are in the Kali Yuga, the last. And after this, Shrishti will be destroyed. Not just the earth, entire Shrishti, the Brahmanda, will be destroyed. And again, it will be restarted. So this Shrishti in which we are born, we should get free. Otherwise, we'll again come into the womb. We'll come out as a small child. We'll grow, gray, and we'll go. So to be free, God has given us the key. And the key here is understanding the higher nature, the Nirguna Brahma, the only Satyam. With this, if Akash is there, we will request Akash. Or are you there, Akash?
Yes, so one second.
Okay. So, ma'am, over to you for the third verse.
Yeah. Okay. Mama yonirmahat brahma tasmin garbham dadhamyaham sambhavas sarva bhutanam tato bhavati bharata. Mama yonirmahat brahma
Mama yonirmahat brahma
tasmin garbham dadhamyaham
tasmin garbham dadhamyaham
sambhavas sarva bhutanam
sambhavah sarva bhutanam
tato bhavati bharata.
tato bhavati bharata.
Here, mama yonir mahat brahma. Brahma and Brahma, What is the difference? Can anyone tell me? What is the meaning of the word? Short vowel ending Brahma and with the long vowel Brahma. What is the difference? Anybody can answer.
Can you answer?
Okay. Have you heard of the shloka Gurur Brahma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. What is the first part? Can you chant, Akash? Only the first part?
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu.
See, Gurur Brahma. There it is Chaturmukha Brahma. That is creator. Brahma. Here Brahma is Paratattva, the Brahman. Okay. So you should not drag Pada Mama Yonir Mahat Brahma. No. You did not do it, but for others I'm just instructing. Okay. Let us chant together. Mama Yonir Mahat Brahma.
Mama
Yonir Mahat Brahma.
Tasmin Garbham Dadhamyaham.
Tasmin Garbham Dadhamyaham.
Sambhavas Sarvabhutanam.
Sarvabhutanam.
Tato Bhavati Bharata.
Tato Bhavati Bharata.
Even that the word Bharata, it becomes a feminine gender if you drag that or the elongate the word Bharata. That's all. That is he is addressing Arjuna. Okay. Go ahead,
Thank
Akash.
you, ma'am. Thank you.
So the verse goes like, Mama Yonir Mahat Brahma Tasmin Garbham Dadhamyaham Sambhavas Sarva Bhutanam Tato Bhavati Bharata. The literal meaning of this shloka is, the total material substance, Prakriti, is the womb, and I impregnate it with the individual souls, and thus all living beings are born. In this and the subsequent verse, the Lord is describing the process of creation and how living beings came into existence. According to Vedanta, there are two beginningless and eternal entitles. There are Brahman and Maya. These are often referred to as Purusha and Prakriti, or consciousness principle and the matter principle. Purusha is Chetana Tattva, conscious principle. Prakriti is Achetana Tattva, inert principle. Purusha is Nirguna Tattva, without any attributes. Prakriti is Saguna Tattva, with gunas. Purusha is Nirvikara Tattva, without any modifications. Prakriti is Savikara Tattva, subject to modification. Fourthly and finally, Purusha is Satya Tattva, having independent existence of its own. Whereas Prakriti, the matter, does not have independent existence, or Maya. Maya has two forms. One is the manifest form, which we can see and feel via our sense organs, and the other is the unmanifest form, which is beyond our senses. The world that we know keeps switching between the manifest and unmanifest forms. At the end of Srishti, the consciousness principle, or Chetana, gives life to matter principle. The world then evolves into its manifest form. At the time of Pralaya, it goes back to its unmanifest form. This is a never-ending cycle. In the above verse, the Lord says that He impregnates the womb of Prakriti, with individual souls. Here, the individual soul refers to the jiva, or to be more precise, the karana sharira, or casual body of the jiva. The casual body is an unmanifest form of the jiva, which encapsulates the sukshma sharira, along with the entire history of the jiva's past karmas and vasanas. When Srishti begins, Purusha lends the consciousness principle to Maya. Maya then gets to work and creates suitable life forms for each jiva based on the casual body. The life form taken by a jiva depends on his past karmas. This verse also reminds us of the fact that every individual is a mixture of Purusha and Prakriti, Tattva. Every individual jiva, whether it is a plant or an ant, or an elephant or a human being, male or female, every one of us is a mixture of Purusha, father principle, as well as Prakriti, the mother principle. Once we know this, then we will be better equipped to handle ourselves. Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om. Akash, one correction. I think you pronounced it casual body. It is causal body. Karana is cause. That is causal body. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it was excellent presentation. And with this, one small story, and maybe after that, we'll see if you have time, we'll take the other. Narayani will present the story of Temple of Tirchangod.
Namaste to one and all present here. Tirchangod is a city located in Namakkal district in the southern India state of Tamil Nadu. The famous Ardhanareshwari temple on the hilltop, one of the 64th manifestations of Lord Shiva, representing the unity of Shiva and Parvati, is situated in Tirchangod temple. The ancient temple is mentioned in the Tamil work Silapatigaram as Neduvilkunru. It is also famous for Chennakottu Vellavar, Lord Muruga's temple, which is situated in the same hill. As of 2011, the town had a population of 95,335. In ancient days, Tirchangod was known as Tirchangod Madi Chinkundru, one of the historic places in Tamil Nadu. It was also known as Tirchangodi Kudi Nageshwaram. It enrises the Ardhanareshwari, man and woman manifestation of Shiva, representing the unity of Shiva and Parvati, is enraised in this reversed hill temple of great significance. Thank you.
So this is what is the temple deity there. You can see Ardhanar Nareshwari. That's what was explained in the last verse. The motherly and the fatherly Prakriti and Purusha. So one of its kind of temple, if you get a chance, go and have a darshan of that. Not everywhere you will see this type of temple and the type of murti there. Ardhanar, Ardhanareshwari. All of us have right hemisphere, left hemisphere. The right hemisphere, left hemisphere is dominant hemisphere, and also fatherly personality. And right is non-dominant and it is motherly. So we all have all together, and that's what is explained in this verse. With a small story by Kiran Madam, Srimati Kiran Gupta, we will conclude the class after this story. Story of King Ambarish. Please continue करिए.
हरिओम जी. मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ आंटी कंटिन्यू.
हाँ चलिए. मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा है मैं कैसे करूं, क्योंकि इतना अच्छा सबने प्रेजेंट किया है, तो मुझे तो लगता है मैं कुछ बता ही नहीं पाऊंगी.
नहीं, आप अपने ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन को बोल रहे हैं, वैसे बोल दीजिए.
हाँ, तो मैं राजा अम्बरीश के बारे में ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि भी उनकी जो भक्ति थी वो भगवान के प्रति इतनी थी, श्रद्धा और भक्ति, कि वो जो भी काम करते थे वो भगवान को अर्पित करते हुए करते थे. तो उनकी भक्ति से प्रसन्न होकर भगवान, उनको अपनी चिंता कभी नहीं रही, तो इसलिए भगवान ने उनकी रक्षा के लिए सुदर्शन चक्र को छोड़ा हुआ था कि भी उनके प्रदेश की रक्षा सारी सुदर्शन चक्र के द्वारा होती थी. एक बार की बात है कि महाराज अम्बरीश ने एकादशी का व्रत रखा हुआ था और द्वादशी को वो पूर्ण करते थे. उनको द्वादशी के दिन व्रत तोड़ने वाले थे, तो वहां पे महान योगी जो दुर्वासा है वो आ गए. जब वो ब्राह्मणों को भोजन करा रहे थे तो दुर्वासा मुनि आए, तो उन्होंने उनका बहुत स्वागत किया और उनको आमंत्रित किया कि भी आप भी भोजन कीजिए। और दुर्वासा मुनि ने कहा कि भी मैं अपना स्नान करके आता हूँ। वो यमुना नदी में स्नान करने चले गए और वहां वो स्नान करने के बाद समाधि में लीन हो गए और जल्दी लौट ना पाए। पर अम्बरीश ने देखा कि भी मेरा तो वो एक फिक्स टाइम होता है व्रत तोड़ने का, द्वादशी के दिन एकादशी का व्रत तोड़ने का। तो उन्होंने ब्राह्मणों की सलाह पर कि भी व्रत तोड़ना है, पर अभी तक वो दुर्वासा ऋषि आए नहीं, तो इसलिए वो उन्होंने क्या किया, ब्राह्मणों से सलाह की क्या करूं मैं, व्रत तोड़ना है। तो उन्होंने कहा थोड़ा सा जल पी लीजिए, क्योंकि वो निर्जला रखते थे, जल पीने से भी आपका व्रत टूट जाएगा। उन्होंने जल पिया थोड़ा सा, तो दुर्वासा मुनि ने वो अपनी योग शक्ति से जान गए कि भी इन्होंने अपना व्रत मेरे आने से पहले तोड़ लिया। तो वो बहुत क्रोधित हो गए और उन्होंने क्रोध में आकर राजा अम्बरीश को बहुत डांट लगाई, फटकारा, और उससे भी उनको संतुष्टि नहीं हुई। उन्होंने उनको श्राप देने के लिए अपनी ना जटा से एक बाल निकालकर उससे एक असुर को उत्पन्न किया उसको, और वो असुर अम्बरीश को भस्म करने के लिए। पर अम्बरीश की रक्षा तो भगवान का चक्र करता था, सुदर्शन चक्र। तो वो उस सुदर्शन चक्र ने उस जो उन्होंने असुर को पैदा किया था उसको भस्म कर दिया। अब सुदर्शन चक्र ने दुर्वासा को भस्म करने की कोशिश की, तो दुर्वासा मुनि भागे। तो वो पहले शिवलोक गए, फिर ब्रह्मलोक गए, फिर शिवलोक गए, कहीं भी उनको मदद नहीं मिली। उनका सारा शरीर तप रहा था, उसके चक्र के ताप से वो उनका शरीर तप रहा था। तो वो वैकुंठ लोक में जाते हैं। फिर वैकुंठ लोक में भगवान विष्णु के पास जाते हैं, भी ये चक्र तो आपका ही है, वाहन आपका है, सुदर्शन चक्र अस्त्र आपका है, तो आप इसको शांत कीजिए। तो वो कहते मैं तो भक्तों के अधीन हूँ, वो मेरा भक्त है, आपने मेरे भक्त का अपमान किया है, तो आपको माफी अम्बरीश से ही जाकर मांगनी पड़ेगी, जिसको आपने बिना वजह श्राप दिया, आपने चोट पहुंचाने की कोशिश की। तो अम्बरीश को वापस आकर दुर्वासा जी को वापस आकर अम्बरीश के से माफी मांगनी पड़ी और उनको कहना पड़ा कि भी आप ही मेरा ये दुख दूर कर सकते हो, जो मुझे ताप है जो मेरा, वो आप ही दूर कर सकते हो। तो इस तरह फिर अम्बरीश जी ने सुदर्शन चक्र की स्तुति की और उन्होंने उनका ताप को खत्म किया। मतलब ये है कि इस कहानी से हमें पता चलता है कि भी भगवान, जब हम भगवान के आश्रित होकर कोई भी कर्म करते हैं, जो भी पुरुषार्थ करते हैं, हमें पुरुषार्थ करना ही है। ये नहीं है कि भी हम हाथ पर हाथ धर के बैठ जाएं कि भी मैं तो भगवान के आश्रित हूँ। हमें पुरुषार्थ करते रहना है, पर उसको इस भाव से करना है कि भी हम भगवान से को अर्पण करते हुए, भगवान के सेवक बनकर, भगवान ने हमें जो ड्यूटी दी है, हमने इस संसार में हमारा जो रोल है हमने प्ले करना है ना, तो उसको करते हुए अगर हम काम करते हैं तो भगवान हम पर प्रसन्न रहते हैं और हमारी रक्षा खुद भगवान ही करते हैं। हरिओम।
थैंक यू मैडम, थैंक यू सो मच। एक्सीलेंट स्टोरी ऑफ भगवान एंड हिज भक्त। तो चिल्ड्रन,
बहुत अच्छा कहानी सुनाया।
तो whoever actually is a bhakta of Vishnu, he will protect. That is the guarantee given by Krishna also in 12th chapter. So remember children, you are doing his bhakti by attending the classes, revising it, presenting it, and also propagating to your friends. So you will be always having the kavach of Shri Krishna. There may not be a visible Sudarshan Chakra, but invisibly it will be around you and will protect you. With that, we end the class because it's 9:15 and we'll come back in the next class. Before that, Anvit, please chant this mantra for us. Om Purnamada.
Yes, sir. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnavadaya
पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते।
Om Shanti
शांति
Shanti
शांति।
Hari Om. Thank you children. Once again, Happy Republic Day.
Hari Om
See you in
sir.
the next class.